So we have 4 months left until the end of the year, and I know that you want to make it count. That's why I'm going to be helping you create a plan so you can reach your goals by the end of the year. Now let's get on with the video. Hi you guys, I'm Ayana Charles. Welcome back to my channel. So today's topic is about creating a plan to reach your goals in the next 4 months or by the end of the year. So what we're first going to talk about is creating SMART goals. So what are SMART goals, right? SMART goals are specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and timely goals. Why is this important? The reason why it's important is to make sure that the things that you are doing align with your goals and they're actually like achievable and you're able to actually get it done in the next 4 months. So what that means is figuring out what your specific goals are. And once you know that, figure out how long it'll take. Are they measurable? Can you do this in 4 months? Are they achievable? Because you don't want to waste any time, right? Are they relevant? Can you achieve them in a timely manner? So what you're going to want to do next in order to achieve your goals in the next 4 months is reflect on your current progress, right? So take a moment to reflect on this year. What have you accomplished? What haven't you accomplished? What's working and what isn't working? Why you haven't achieved these goals? And it's important to be honest with yourself. If it's because you're honestly just being lazy, if it's because, maybe you're putting too much on your plate, if it's because you're writing a plan and you're not sticking to it, be honest with yourself. If it's because you haven't created a plan, be honest with yourself. Which leads me to number 3, creating a plan. Okay, so now it's time for you to create a plan, right? And figure out your goals. So let's say your goal is, we want to make sure that it is realistic, right, and achievable. So let's say, okay, you want to save up $1,000 by the end of the year, right? So now it's time to create a plan. So whatever your plan is, you want to break that down into smaller tasks. So if I want to save $1,000 by the end of the year, I'm going to break that down into smaller tasks. So let's say instead be like, I'm going to try to save $250 each month, right? Okay, that's achievable, right? Now you're going to want to break that down, figure out how much you want to save each week or bi-weekly, however you get paid. Figure that out. Now you're going to have to figure out what actions can you take in order to achieve that goal. Maybe that's not eating out as much. Maybe that means eating more at home. Maybe that means setting aside your money. Maybe that means budgeting, figuring out what bills need to be paid, what money you have left, how much you're going to put away into your savings. Maybe that means only spending money on needs and not wants. That could mean maybe finding a side job so that you can make more money and that you can put that, extra money you're making into your savings. After that, next is time to focus on 4, which is time management, right? Now it's time to figure out how you can set aside time to reach your goals, whether that's daily or every other day. You want to be honest with yourself. Don't put too much on your plate, and don't sit there and say that you can do something when you know you're probably not going to do it. Let's say you want to go to the gym, right? How much time can you actually put aside for that? How many days do you want to go? You need to figure that out. Then once you figure out, how much time you could put aside to reach these goals, let's say, like I said, for example, it's going to the gym. Be honest with yourself. If the beginning of the year you've been saying that you wanted to go or you wanted to exercise or something, and you haven't been doing it, you need to figure out why haven't you? And like I said, I know I keep saying it, but be honest with yourself. Is it because you don't have enough time? Is it because you're not setting aside the time? If you don't have enough time to actually go out and go to the gym, well, figure out alternatives. Do things that work for you. Don't do things just because it works for other people. If for some people, if they're able to wake up at 5 a.m. and go to the gym, then that's good for them. That's great. But some people can't do that. So, okay, you want to work out, right? But let's say you're being honest and it's like, okay, I really don't want to go all the way to the gym. Okay, find some alternatives. Maybe go on YouTube, look up some exercising like videos or something, like some workout routines, buy some equipment that, doesn't cost too much. Do yoga instead. Go on a walk around your neighborhood, right? Buy yourself some weights, but do something that works for you. If 30 minutes of some type of exercise works, that's fine. If you want to do 30 minutes of just dancing, that works too. Whatever to get you closer to your goals. But yeah, you know yourself the best. So don't say that you want to wake up at 6 a.m. to go to the gym, right? Don't put that on your schedule if you know you're not going to go to sleep early so that you can do that. And if you're not going to make sure you wake up early so you're able to do that because you're just planning to fail. Be realistic with yourself. Be honest with yourself. And once you figure out what's working and what isn't working, you're not going to keep on putting, oh, I'm going to do this when it's not working out for you. If it's not working out, that's okay. You just have to find something that fits into your routine, which leads me to number 5, which is staying motivated. I know that there's a lot of things that you want to do and a lot of things you probably want to get. You have to remember that your goals come first. And once you know your budget, maybe if you have some extra cash, you can use that to get yourself a small little treat. So once you've paid everything that you needed to, you put your money up, into your savings, then yeah, maybe you can go out somewhere and treat yourself because of the fact that you got all those other things done and you don't have to feel guilty about spending extra money. Because of course, at least some of the money you should be able to spend on yourself, whether that's just going to get a coffee, whether that means just going to get a breakfast, whether that means going out to buy the things to make yourself a breakfast or some dinner or something. But you want to reward yourself. But the thing is, you have to be okay with delaying gratification, quick gratification, so that you can reach your goals. You can't always be like, oh, well, I want that now. I want that now. You have to try and tell yourself that, yes, I may want that now, but if I wait now, if I wait on that thing that I want and I focus on the things that I need, I'll be able to later on get the thing that I want and more. But for right now, I have to kind of sit in the uncomfortable a little bit with just kind of sticking to what I have, but knowing that it's all going to be worth it later on because I won't have to be, stressed about how much money I have or things like that. Another way to stay motivated is you can create a vision board, right? Just to remind yourself of the goals that you have, but so you can be able to visually see the goals, right? You could wake up every day and see that's what I want. That's the life that I'm aiming for. You can have an accountability partner, someone that you could talk to and check in. You tell them your goals and they kind of keep you accountable. If, you're dipping into your savings, you could talk to that person. They'll hold you accountable or maybe even help you. Or what you could do is get yourself a journal and just, write down your goals and then every week look through it, see if you are hitting those goals or meeting those goals. Which now leads me to number 6, which is tracking your progress. So I kind of just talked about this, basically like having an accountability journal, right? So in this accountability journal or just a journal, you're basically gonna wanna write down what your weekly goals are. And at the end of the week, you're gonna wanna write down what have you accomplished and what haven't you accomplished. And then you're gonna write down why you did accomplish that and then why you didn't accomplish that. Doing this is gonna, like I said, force you to be honest with yourself and really think and figure out what were you doing through the week, what can you do differently, like I said, what's working, what's not working. Let's say your goal was going to the gym and saving a bit of money every week, right? If you haven't been saving as much, you're gonna want to write down, okay, no, I didn't accomplish my goal of saving this amount of money. And then you're going to put why. the reason I haven't is because, you know, if there's like an emergency or something that happened, you could put that down. And then you can kind of give yourself some grace. But if it's like, oh, because every day I've been going out to eat, right? Think, why have you been going out to eat? Because that's also not good. If you're trying to lose weight, go to the gym and things like that, you're going out to eat every day. This is a problem, right? Now you actually got to think. You're writing this down. You actually have to think like, why have I been going out to eat every day? Then you got to be honest with yourself. Maybe it's because you haven't ate. Why didn't you eat? Because you didn't wake up in time. Why didn't you wake up in time? Because you didn't get enough sleep. Why didn't you get enough sleep? Because you stayed up. You get what I'm saying? And then you kind of realize like, oh, okay, I'm constantly maybe going out to eat and spending my money because I'm not getting enough sleep. And I don't have enough time in the morning to maybe make myself a breakfast. And then you realize, okay, what I need to do is this next week, I need to make sure that I'm going to sleep on time and waking up early enough so that I have something to eat so I don't get hungry when I'm out and want to buy something, right? So now you know that, and you know, you wrote that down. You kind of got down to the bottom of why things are happening and why you're still stuck. And then the good thing is, if you do stick to your goals, then every week, or if you want to do it every day, that works too. But if you do stick to your goals, then you're able to go back, you know, to your journal, check your weekly progress. And let's say, you know, like I said, the goal is saving money and going to the gym. You're able to go back to your journal and put, you know, yes, I did accomplish it this week. And then the cool thing is you get to look at your journal and see every week that you did something and then every week that you didn't. And then, you know, maybe looking in the journal, you realize, dang, like, okay, maybe there has been some times where I didn't exactly stick to my plan. But as you're looking, you're like, there's been more times than none that I've stuck to my goals. I'm not saying it's like great, but at least you'll feel better knowing like I've been doing pretty good being disciplined and doing what I said I wanted to do. And then that leads me to number 7, which is acknowledge the goals you've achieved and celebrate in small ways because you deserve it. It's all about hitting your goals so that future you won't be stressed. You've delayed instant gratification so that you can get closer to your goals, and I'm so proud of you. Now get that acai bowl. Remember, be realistic with your goals. Don't put too much on your plate if you can't handle it. And remember that being 1% better is better than nothing. Don't give up if you have a rough week. Every day is a new opportunity to succeed, even if it's just a little. Remember, you got this, and don't underestimate how far you've came. All right, well, that wraps up our video. If you like this, like, comment, and subscribe. In the comments, if you have any video suggestions, just leave that down below. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.